If anybody wants to ask, I haven't gotten an update on Porzingis yet, so we can save the time.
On the injury, it looked like he got played.
I didn't see what happened, and I haven't gotten an update yet, no.
So with Tatum on the play, with the flagrant there, did he come out of that okay, and what did you just see on that play?
As far as I know, he looked like he was moving. I didn't ask him after the game. He looked like he was moving okay, but I'm sure he's fine.
And with Derrick tonight, what allowed him, through the first three quarters there, 31 points, and just a shot quality.
Yeah.
And the threes and all.
Yeah, he hit some tough ones for us down the stretch, which is what he does. But I think, again, every game in this series is going to be a different game. It's going to take on a life of its own. And so I thought they tried to play a faster-paced game and dictate the pace of the game, which I thought we did a good job of matching that. And when we play a little bit faster, it just creates opportunities for everybody. And so I thought our defense kind of led to our offense, and Derrick made some big plays for us.
Knowing you wouldn't have Kristaps in the second half, what was said at halftime, and how are you guys able to maintain that lead?
I thought everybody just stepped it up. I thought Al was tremendous, only taking 5 shots, but his defense, his physicality, and then, what Peyton, Sam, and Luke have done throughout the whole season. So it's going to have to be from everybody.
Knowing, obviously, that you don't know if Porzingis is going to miss some time, or if he does, how long, does that change the pressure or anything like that on the next game to say, hey, you gotta make sure that you close this series out just so guys can get their rest and be ready to maybe make up for any potential loss?
No, nothing changes. Bringing the same mindset, intentionality, toughness, details to the next game, regardless of who's available. It doesn't matter. There's no difference between the regular season and the playoffs. And, all year we've had guys step in and play. So the most important thing is execute the game plan and bring the mindset and the toughness it takes.
Jay, then Gary.
It sometimes seems like you guys flow better and better the more Derrick is involved. When he got hot early, what did you like about the way he just kept being aggressive, kept looking for his own offense?
Like I said, I think when he was aggressive early in possessions, coming off stops, pushing the pace, he was able to create some cross matches. We were just able to create some space there. And he does a good job of just, we went to some more small stuff, kind of spaced the bigs. And when we do that, that's when he has the ability to impact the game.
Joe, what does it say about the depth that Jason and Jalen don't have to have these, great games, that Derrick kind of carries the way and the other guys? And you're able to, you led by as many as 28. It just seems like the depth here is overwhelming at times.
I think, I think it's a strength of ours. It's something that we've done the entire season, and it's something that we have to continue to do. But we just, it's a credit to those guys being ready to play all the time. And, for Jalen and Jason, it takes what it takes. There's nights where they have to be who they are, and there's nights where they got to do other stuff. And I thought both of them throughout the game, their defense was at a high level regardless of how it was going for them. And on the offensive end, they mixed up screening. They mixed up ball handling, and at the end of the day, our depth's allowed to, take its advantages. So it's important. We got to try to keep that.
Maury, then Jack.
Joe, when you talk about the intensity and the toughness, you guys played almost better defense in the first half tonight, gave up less points than in Game 3. Your second chance points, again, plus 10, you're plus 30 the last 2 games. Could you see areas of improvement even after a 20-point win last game coming into tonight?
No, there's a lot of areas we got to get better. I thought, listen, our physicality and purpose was great. And we just got to execute a little bit better. But I thought in the first half, our physicality and our activity defensively made up for some of the mistakes that we made. And I think that's important. Is you're going to have a game plan. There's details, but your effort has to be able to take advantage of that. And we've done that. And so the challenge is, can we maintain the level of effort and purpose along with the execution?
Joe, Derrick and Al are pretty mild-mannered guys. You see Derrick after those dunks get real fired up. Al after the Bam Tatum thing go over, defend his teammate. What is it like for you to watch sort of everybody on the roster, even the guys who are pretty even-keeled, sort of get hyped up in those moments, get pumped up at the playoffs, and how important is that throughout the postseason?
Yeah, I think it's important. I think one of the things we've done is maintained our poise while showing passion and not emotion, and I think that's important. So we just got to keep that going.
Jared, then Josh.
You guys, we talked a lot last week about how central KP is to so much of what you do offensively, but you also had 20 games this year to see how this team plays without him. So how did you feel like the team was able to kind of spring into playing more of the style that you play with?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole key, I think, throughout the season is developing different ways to play on both ends of the floor. And so I thought the guys adjusted well to doing that. And, I think that's something that we've tried to focus on is regardless of who's out there, we have different identities. And the guys were able to execute that well in the second half.
Joe, I'm sure you came down here to Miami to win 2 games. What does it say about your team that you were able to do that?
Listen, this series is about toughness. It's about the next game. So we did what we had to do, and now we got to go do it again. And so the team who's the most consistent in their mindset, their toughness, their physicality will win. And the challenge is we have to do it again and again and again. And it takes what it takes. So that's it.